And I think anytime that you have an opportunity to do that, you have to celebrate it. Coach Neighbors is a wonderful coach. He's a legend. And never could I have imagined what that feel like to be able to beat Arkansas. I've played them every year that I've been here, and it's been tough. But one thing that we've done is shown improvement every year with this basketball program. And I'm just so excited to be able to celebrate this with my team. My staff, everybody has locked into the mission. We've been so close with a lot of other games. And so to be able to be here in our state, in front of our fans, our 6-man, they were here, our 6 men were here. It's just, it's surreal. It's just surreal to me.
And Coach, I mean, on the offensive glass, you are rebounded 22-9. How did you guys manage to do that, and how much of a difference did that make in the game?
You know, I thought that we talked about limiting them for having second chance opportunities. One thing that they do a really great job of is rebounding the ball and kicking it out, getting another 3. And so that was something that I thought that we allowed to kind of get out of hand the first 2 quarters. So we really wanted to buckle down and be able to put a body on somebody to rebound, to limit them to 1 shot. We pressured up on our defense, pushed them out a little bit more, and so we understood that those shots was going to fall short. So just being able to lock in defensively of what we do, I think we've talked about this before, Tanner, where we want to be able to hang our hats defensively. That's what we want to be known for. And limiting teams to 1 shot is something that we want to take pride in. And I think that the girls, when they cut the lead down, I think it was right there to 6, we can kind of see the finish line a little bit more. So we locked in to do those things that we needed to do, and making that adjustment for the 3rd and 4th quarter speaks volume of the commitment of these young women and what they want to be able to accomplish.
And Zaay, if I can ask you one, then I'll let the others take over. When Arkansas came to Pine Bluff last year, you were out injured. Today, you get to play Arkansas, 21 points, get the win. How much did this mean to you?
It meant a lot, not to just me, but the whole program. You know, we're going to keep this win and keep it going, especially going into SWAC, getting ready for that. It's like Coach said, it's surreal. It don't feel real right now.
Zaay, do you just remember anything? I know y'all were down at halftime. Anything that was maybe said or something that kind of helped rally y'all?
Honestly, it wasn't really nothing that was said. It was how we moved. It was like we kept our composure. Like we kept, you know, we didn't really let the game bother us. The score, we didn't let the score bother us. We just kept going. We didn't give up no matter what. And I think that's what's always going to help us, our grit, our fight, our passion for it every time.
When you talk about that 4th quarter, I mean, defensively for y'all, just kind of how y'all buckled down and had that big defensive quarter, just how did y'all kind of have that result?
Like I said, we really wanted to win. I feel like everybody on the court definitely wanted to win. So it was like, don't give up no matter what. Play till the end of the 4th quarter.
Coach, I think Scott had 21 points after 14 minutes or something. How did you get a handle on her?
You know, I think it was the biggest thing is my staff. This was Coach Meaglan Scout and Coach Bree. Works really, really hard with us defensively. And we knew that we needed to make an adjustment. I thought first we talked about crushing ball screens. That really didn't work out the way we wanted it to do, but we worked on different actions with players coming off of ball screens, and that was a minor adjustment, but we needed to be able to be in the locker room to kind of walk through it, to go over it, so when the girls could see it being done at halftime, they just came out and executed. So it's nothing that we don't teach and we don't preach every day. It was just something small that we needed to do. We understood what needed to happen, but they just needed to see it, and we actually walked through it. So.
For either of you, just what's going through your mind whenever, you know, Arkansas hits that 3 opposed to 1 and you see Demetria hit that 3 in the corner? What was, I guess, that moment going through your head?
Well, one thing about it is we talked all summer about Demetria Shepard, Karaya Beck being shooters for us. Dee is deadly from the corner. There was no doubt in my mind that shot wasn't going to go in. That is her shot. She practiced that shot with Coach Meaglan and Coach Bell every single day, relentlessly in the gym. So there was no doubt in my mind that that shot was gonna go in. So it was just a matter of time. I thought that she passed up another one, actually kind of a little earlier, that I thought that she should have taken also. But understanding time management of the game is something that we've been talking about. She embraced that, and then she just do what she does, and I was proud of her for that too.
Hi, Coach. You mentioned the fans earlier, and they were pretty audible towards the end of the game when it became apparent that y'all were going to win. Just kind of talk about kind of their support and them coming down and sticking with the program?
You know, we just got back from SMU in North Texas. We had 100 fans that came out in Dallas with us, and they were loud and representing. And I think in order for us to continue to have the type of win that we need to have, the type of winning that we want to have with the program, we have to get our 6 men to show up and travel with us. There were a lot of people here from Pine Bluff. You know, Kariah Beck's father, Corey Beck, is a Razorback, and, you know, Kariah had 20, 30 people on the ticket list for sure. But our fans, our family, and friends to come from all over to celebrate with these young women, it speaks volume of the growth. And I don't know how long you all been following us playing the Razorbacks, but you know, I can kind of remember 3 or 4 years ago, it was like 5 people here, our AD, and that's kind of it. But you know, to have the fans to follow us the way that they've been doing will always give us that extra boost when we can see wins within reach.
Coach, these games didn't always happen. They're relatively new, and I mean, Coach Neighbors brought his team down to Pine Bluff last year. What do you just think about, I guess, the way that Arkansas has been willing to play these games against Pine Bluff?
Well, you know, it's a little bit different, with all due respect. You know, if you see my roster matches any other Power 5 roster in the country. And so I don't think that Coach Neighbors scheduled this game as a guaranteed win. I thought that this was something that he wanted to be able to see, a gritty team, team that plays really, really hard. I thought that it was a great opportunity to host them last year to see what it's like. You know, all of the stuff that's here in Fayetteville and the things that we don't have with a lot of our HBCUs that they don't have. But, you know, the old saying my dad used to tell me when I was playing college basketball, they put their pants leg on one leg at a time like we do. But I have so many of these young women that have transferred from a lot of these Power 5 conferences that's played in the SEC. I have 2 players on my team that played in the SEC. And so I think it's great for Power 5 schools to be able to come to see what it looks like on the other side. One thing about it is, you know, it allows them to appreciate the things that they have. Because there are teams that's out here that doesn't have what they have, and we don't even come close. We don't even scratch the surface of what they have in Fayetteville. But one thing that we do have is a big heart, and we have young women that don't really care about stuff. They just want to come out and play hard and make a name for themselves. That's why we get the transfers like a Zaay Green or a Mo Davenport, a Star Jacobs, because they want to know, you know, they want to feel somewhere where they feel like family and people won't come back and come around and support them and love on them a little bit. And so that's just kind of, you know, we host Ole Miss in 2 weeks in Pine Bluff. So we're excited about it, and I'm looking forward to it also.
Any more questions? Any more? All right, Coach.
Tanner.
I was just going to do one more if no one else had one. You mentioned the Ole Miss game. You got about a week and a half before that game. You guys have been playing nonstop, on the road a lot. How are you going to spend this next week and a half where you have some time where you're not playing to kind of get ready for that one?
Rest. Yep. Well, I wanted, you know, I think the way that the schedule's been done, we wanted to jump into the tournament in Thanksgiving to kind of give us a feel of what the SWAC tournament will feel like, our conference tournament will look like. We turned around and we played 4 or 5 days out of that. We wanted to see what it feels like to come off of a win. Unfortunately, we didn't, but to see what that feels like to play, what it's going to feel like after we win a championship, and you have to play 4 days after that for the first round of the NCAA tournament, you know, if that's what God has for us. So I think that the schedule was designed perfectly. Wanted to have a big break before we get ready to fine-tune some things before we go home for Christmas. So I think that everything has just kind of been strategically laid. I thought that we jumped out in the fire so early with the Oregons and the Oregon States, but that prepared them for this game tonight. So it's just a matter of time. The future is bright. We're excited for University of Arkansas Pine Bluff women's basketball. I'm excited. I'm going to celebrate with them. Hopefully I can give them some ice cream or something, I guess we can get some ice cream or Chipotle.
Yeah,
She wants Chipotle for sure. But yeah, we're excited about it though.
All right.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
Thank you.